Hello everyone, I'm back here with Trish is here. Put Trish on camera. Mason's back there. Hey Mason. So everything is okay here today. Not a lot different than yesterday actually. So it's time for a lot of good vibes, a lot of happy feelings, a lot of just encouragement for Bambi to take the next steps. She's very insecure, very distrustful. And when we say insecure, we talked about that a little bit because we put up a couple of new toys, new tires, and she came over and explored those right away. Which sometimes with anything new like that, if it's a insecure elephant, they will not approach it right away. They'll take some time away. But she is definitely more distrustful than I would say insecure, but then also fearful. And looking at Trisha's, seeing if she's nodding in agreement. I think sometimes, yes, we're all just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what we're supposed to do. Figure out what she needs from us without getting too worried, without adding more to the pressure, without feeling like she has to do it today. Just trying to figure out how to support her, and it's a difficult balance to figure out, to be there for her and not feel bad for her at the same time, because she's really fearful and it's really distrusting. So it's tough. It's tough to be in the middle of this situation, to figure out what we need to do for her without adding to the weight of what she's feeling, adding to that expectations. Somebody just said, can you move the location of the container? Not really. We have two options and one of them is not an option. To do it safely, it's just not another option. I'll move over in a minute. The other option is for her to switch places with Mason, but she won't do that. She doesn't want to go into Mason's side. So we talked about the other day of where we could put the container on the other side, but it's just simply not an option. So we're kind of stuck dealing with what we're dealing with, where we are, and we're trying to open up more options for her. So I will show you what we've done. We've basically opened up the container for her. We moved all of our supplies, and she has access to come all the way out if she wants. It's a little dark in there, but you'll see. I'm gonna go right on in. She can go right on through uninhibited if she wants to, but she just doesn't want to yet. Bambi Lou, I'm coming over to see you, okay? Hello, Bambilicious. Where'd you go? There you are. Hello. Hi, good girl. Can off your little mountain of sand. Good job. You're a sweet girl. She hasn't been hanging out in there too much. This is her kind of quiet nap time, so I think she's gone back in there to take a nap. She's actually sometimes wants water from over there, so maybe Trish will go give her a drink. Trish is going to go do that now. So, yeah. Somebody asked if she has regressed. Yes and no. She's just not as confident as she was. So yeah, she's regressed a bit, but she's just not taking those next steps forward. She'll come most of the way in, but not all the way in. She's not totally staying out of it. I mean, that's what you're seeing right now, that she's not coming anywhere close to it. But just a second ago, she was all the way in. But she won't go all the way through. For us, I'm not trying to force her all the way through or even call her all the way through. Just letting you know that option exists, trying to give her more flexibility, a little bit more of a choice, a little bit more autonomy, so it doesn't feel like she's either inside the barn or inside the crate. She can go all the way outside into her yard also. There's a little bit of sunshine today, so that feels nice. I said it don't. She didn't used to be like this. Yeah, she didn't used to be like this. At the zoo, we saw more confidence. The other zoo, we saw more confidence. We're talking a lot about that today with the news reporters here. I think a lot of people are looking for lack of a better way to say it, something to blame, someone to blame. But it may not be any one thing. It could be the accumulation. Elephants taken from their mothers at infancy, thrown into a circus life, dominance, isolation, negligence because of improper food. I mean, the list goes on and on and on about what these elephants endure. So is it one of those things? Is it all of those things? Is it a bit of all of those things? None of us really know. So we continue to be here for her. A lot of people have said in our experience, how do you feel, how does she compare to the other elephants that we worked with? She is by far, for me, the most insecure, most distrustful elephant that we've seen. We were talking to some folks earlier today, some news reporters. It's almost easier if they're distrustful and aggressive because they're venting that emotion. They're getting that emotion out. But with her, she's distrustful, and the wall just she goes further and further inward, and it's hard to get her to come back out. So we'll see. Somebody says, please try and rub her trunk to see if she, lost the question. See if she's responsive to you. We've been doing all these things. You know, there's a lot that we don't share because it's impossible to have the camera on all the time. But when she comes over close to the corner or in there where I feel safe, you know, I go ahead and touch her trunk, and so, you know, we kind of be there for her. She's not looking for physical affection. That's not what she wants. You know, a lot of people they like it, but not every individual likes the same thing. So we're just trying to listen to her and trying to support her the way we can. A lot of this just has to be her working through her emotions, and it's not easy to do here because she feels not secure enough. We keep trying. We keep not trying to do too much, but trying to do enough that she knows that we're here. Sometimes we're with her, sometimes we're not, sometimes one person, sometimes two people, sometimes three of us. It just all varies, just trying to be a lot more flexible. Somebody says maybe she doesn't like the camera, but we don't see a difference. You know, we're constantly observing and analyzing. We've talked to the caregivers about this a lot. We're constantly analyzing, observing their behavior, constantly analyzing and observing our behavior, the elephants, the keepers, the people, and we don't see a substantial difference if I'm filming or if I'm not filming, if there's other people filming or if they're not filming. We don't see any difference in any of those scenarios. It's just a one time to the next. We just don't know. Somebody asked about burning incense. We've been using a lot of flower essences. We have not used Fruit Loops, but we have used other candy to help her feel, to see if she likes it. She likes all those things, but none of those things are going to break that wall of the trust. Not the food anyway. Incense, flower essences, essential oils. We're trying to kind of go through the whole bag of tricks and just see what we can do to open up, help her open up. A lot of messages to Bambi directly, that are coming in. Somebody said, can we lead her with a rope? Yeah, it's a possibility, but also with a lot of circus elephants, it can actually feel like you're similar to force. Even if you're not trying to push her in or pull her in, it can still forceful. It can feel less autonomous, and we don't really want to go down that road. We want her to feel like she's safe enough to do it. Hi, Pumpkin. Are you coming? Or going back in? I'll move out of your way. Good job, Punkinita. I think Trish is going to come back. She seems to like Trish's voice. She seems to find comfort in it. She seems to find comfort with the other caregiver, Andre. Yeah, it's tough. It's difficult, but we're trying not to get too heavy with it. Somebody said, is there natural meds to reduce her anxiety? Yeah, we're using some. We used a calming paste that we've used before yesterday, and it was even a small amount. She actually went and fell asleep. So even though it had a nice reaction, she went into her corner, went to where she felt safe, and then fell asleep. Somebody said it's heartbreaking. Please use caution with that. That really adds a lot of heaviness to it. Oh my God, it's so hard. It is, but we have to make sure that we're not getting too far drawn into that, because that heaviness of ours can add to her heaviness as well. So we need to make sure we maintain levity. We need to make sure we maintain openness, maintain a very honest, open communication with her, and make sure that we don't get pulled down because we feel bad for her. Yes, we all feel bad, without a doubt. Yes, it's tough to see an elephant in this situation, but we're here for you, Bambi. That's the emotion we need to be. You're here. It's safe. It's good. It's scary, but we're here for you. And we don't want to add to the heaviness that she feels. And that definitely happened yesterday with a lot of people around. Somebody said, can you put her to sleep for transport. This is never recommended. The only time elephants have died in transport is when sedation has been used, and it's just not advisable. Not advisable at all. It causes too many physiological changes that they don't always respond positively to, especially an elephant that is a little bit frail. Never would we do that. It's just not the right answer. Although some people do recommend it, some people do it. It's just not something we endorse at all. Let's see. I think that's about all. We need to keep being here for her. All keep moving forward together. Keep giving her good vibes, good thoughts. Keep helping her along the way. Yeah, we'll see how things go. We'll see one step at a time. Hopefully 10 steps at a time, but it's just part of the process. We are, we'll just see. I know I keep saying the same thing, but here we are. A little bit difficult, but keeping an open mind, keeping an open heart, keeping open to different options. We keep trying different things, keep exploring different avenues. I think what we're going to do now is we're probably going to go eat and just let her chill on her own and see what happens. Somebody just asked, will Andre take a ride to the sanctuary? No, he's actually going to stay back and really make sure Mason's okay. Mason also really likes him, so with Mason being back here on her own, it's going to be important for him to stay here. All right, guys, lots of other questions back there, but some of the folks back home are going to be answering those for you. We're going to head out. We're going to focus back on Bambi a little bit, and we'll keep taking steps forward. We'll let you know as things go, how things are evolving. Here comes a cute little Bambi bud again. Sometimes she backs out, sometimes she walks forward. It's all different each time. People may have seen her backing out thinking it may be submissive or insecure. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes she does it both, one right after another, sometimes forward, sometimes backwards. So you just never know. There's a lot that goes on in the minds, in the hearts of these elephants. We never know all the answers. We just have to keep being here for her and helping out. Open up the corridor for her journey to sanctuary. Thanks again for making this possible. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us on the journey, and we'll keep you informed as time goes on. Lots of love, lots of hugs. And here comes Miss Bambilicious. Good girl. Good girl, good girl. She almost has confidence. And she's like, I'm coming out. She comes out quickly, and then she's like, slows down. Let me analyze again. So, all right, I'm going to go back, focus on Bambi. You guys take care. We'll talk soon, and ciao for now.